Okay, I just made a video about Kevin Durant being in New York visiting with Martin O'Malley, the doctor, but turns out he's had surgery. Now, Kevin Durant is calling it a ruptured Achilles, but I just want to call BS on this, and I know it's insensitive. Think about it. With the confidentiality, HIPAA agreements, laws, you can't talk about a guy's medical. So if Kevin Durant is calling an Achilles tear, a partial tear, if he's calling it a rupture, nobody can call him out on it. It's against the law. And do you think the doctor really cares if Kevin Durant embellishes his story a little bit and calls his partial tear a rupture? No. And remember, he never had the injury inspected by the Warriors. He went straight to a private doctor outside the system, who happens to be the Nets doctor, who is going to be all the more inclined to keep the secret. If that's the guy who performed the surgery, it probably isn't. Martin O'Malley probably didn't perform the surgery, but maybe he did. In any event, we got pictures of Kevin Durant in the hospital. But even when you have a partial tear, especially if you have lots of money, you get surgery. So Kevin Durant is saying, I did rupture my Achilles. Now, I just want to show you something. And people get confused a lot between a tear and a rupture. A rupture is a complete tear. And if it's not a complete tear, they don't call it a rupture. They just call it a tear, or they call it a partial tear. So DeMarcus Cousins, when he hurt his Achilles, it was a partial tear. And I want you to watch DeMarcus Cousins' left foot. Okay, that's the injured foot, and he's moving it. You can see that, right? That means some of the Achilles is intact. Because when you have a full rupture, you cannot do that toe pointing motion. You don't have control of your foot like that anymore. Your foot is not moving anywhere. And Kevin Durant, when he did this, he was moving his foot up and down just like DeMarcus Cousins. And that's why I say that Kevin Durant is embellishing his injury a little bit. And so when he has this heroic comeback, and he's back in 6 months instead of 12 months, guys, everyone's going to talk about what a hero Kevin Durant is. Nobody's going to point this out. If Kevin Durant had truly torn his Achilles, he wouldn't be moving like this.
It's the right calf that put him out. His teammates going over to check on him. They don't like to hear the
and he wouldn't be walking like that,
cheering.
guys.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to.
And Durant grabbing that right leg.
See that? You see him moving his ankle forward and back. That's not a rupture, guys. I'm sorry. It's not a rupture. And you saw his face was blank, guys. He wasn't writhing in pain. Look, if he had ruptured his Achilles, he would have been screaming in agony, like we see here, something like this.
And now play is stopped. I mean, he was flopping all over the place. He is really in pain, and this would indicate, at least by his reaction, perhaps more than.
So that's that, guys. Kevin Durant is claiming he's had a ruptured Achilles, and he's got the Nets doctor who will keep a secret. Now, this is just my opinion. I could be mistaken. I don't want to defame Kevin Durant, but all the evidence shows that his injury was the same as DeMarcus Cousins' injury. Okay? And he's embellishing it, whatever. But in any event, he's not just in New York seeing a doctor. He's actually getting surgery to repair what I believe is a partially torn Achilles, not a full rupture. All right, guys, that's that. Let me know what you think. You think Kevin Durant is telling the truth? You think he's the first person in history to be able to move his foot forward and back like that after rupturing his Achilles? And get up and walk around immediately after? I'll see you soon. Peace.